Our employees are our team. They make the business. No matter how smart and brilliant an entrepreneur is, they're only as good as the people they surround themselves with. And in this environment and day and age, it's all about how do we support and encourage and grow our employees. My name is Matt Reiner, and today I want to talk with you about some ways to help your employees feel valued and help to create a morale and a culture that inspires your teams, as opposed to having them continue to look for new opportunities outside of your firm. And it really starts with listening and developing deep relationships with your teams. So often as leaders, we tend to find ourselves working on the business and letting the other employees work in the business. And we don't spend time getting to know them. And I think that there's this black and white issue here where people say, I'm either going to be my employees' best friends or I'm not going to talk with them. But where the best leaders live is in that gray zone. They create deep relationships with their employees. They hear them. They listen to them. They show empathy towards them. That doesn't mean they have to be their best friend and hang out with them all the time. But showing that you care starts by showing that you're listening and that you're hearing your team. That's first and foremost, something that we can all do, and it costs no money. It costs time, but that time shown to your employees and your team members is extremely valuable to encouraging a solid culture. The second thing is that all employers try to compensate their way out of not having deep bonds or relationships with their employees or creating empathy with them or listening to them. So they try to overcompensate. But we have to remember as leaders that compensation is great. It's necessary, don't get me wrong, but it's also fleeting. It's a dopamine hit. Employees feel this excitement and satisfaction, but then ultimately remember, paychecks are tended to go into bank accounts every day, and it sometimes is out of sight, out of mind. Yes, they appreciate it, but what they very much value even deeper is having a purpose, having a value, having a culture that inspires. And you do that not through money, but through hearing, listening, and developing deep relationships. Something that is free and something that every employee and leader can do starting right now. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to this channel now to continue to get alerts on all the new content that we're putting out. And if you want more written and podcast and video content, head on over to mattreiner.com. That's MattReiner.com.